Good evening, everyone. Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Hear me now? Hi, I'm Tom Wormuth, Vice President for Academics here at Marist College, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone here this evening to the annual Holocaust Remembrance event. This event, which is held every year, is done for that purpose, to recognize and remember that most inhuman of actions which has taken place in world history, the systematic murder of some 6 million Jews in Europe in the 1930s and 1940s. It's also, though, a recognition of the dignity of the human spirit, of the human soul, for those who died, those who survived, those who were affected in some way. This is to remember them. In the 1930s and 1940s, in Nazi Germany, a process of systematic codification of anti-Semitism began to take place. This was not necessarily that new. For almost 2,000 years, Europe had either latently or overtly practiced anti-Semitism through a variety of regulations, restrictions, sometimes violent pogroms, and a variety of other events. But the 1930s was very different. This was the first time in modern history that a major industrial national power, Germany, began in the 1930s to systematically target a specific group to first take away their rights of citizenship, take away their rights of humanity, to limit their activities, to begin to deport them to work camps, and then to systematically murder them. Not only Germany, but those countries around it that it impacted and affected, where it also kind of pushed the Holocaust into other parts of Central Europe and Eastern Europe as well. In fact, this was so pronounced a part of German policy in the 1930s and 1940s that there's a whole historical school of thought led by Lucy Klitowitz and others in her book, The War Against the Jews, that has argued that Germany in the 1940s was involved in two wars. The first, the war against much of the rest of the world, but the second war, the war against the Jews. It's that event that we are remembering here tonight. Now, President Dennis Murray, the president of Marist College, could not be here this evening. He's not even on the continent, but he did send a letter that he would like read, since virtually every other Holocaust remembrance event he has attended. And I'd like to read that letter from him. I regret that I am unable to be with you this evening, but I am at our branch campus in Florence, Italy, and this trip was planned many months ago. Our Holocaust remembrance ceremonies are among the most moving events I participate in each year, and I'm very sorry not to be with you. I would like to thank Steve Sansola, Josh Cutson, Brother Frank Kelly, who saw here a second ago, and the entire Holocaust Remembrance Committee for planning this evening's program. I would also like to thank Sarah Williams and the Marist College Chamber Choir for the beautiful music they will perform tonight, and Andrew Paulson and our student leaders for their poignant readings you will hear. To our special guest, Dr. Badik Philippe, welcome back to Marist, and thank you for sharing your experiences with us. We appreciate your willingness to relive painful memories so that future generations will know what happened during the Holocaust. At the time, not enough people spoke out, and we must assure that this never happens again. There were a few who did speak out and help Jews, however, and among they are recognized by Yad Vashem as the righteous among the nations. And I am pleased, Dr. Murray, to note that the Marist brothers, founders of this college, are counted among that group for sheltering Jews in a Hungarian monastery, and are given credit for saving between 60 and 70 Jewish families. For the past 22 years, the Marist community has come together to remember the Shoah and honor its victims. As the number of Holocaust survivors dwindles, every one of us has the moral obligation to tell their story. Each victim was somebody's son or daughter, mother or father, sister or brother. Each victim was a child of God, murdered simply because of who they were. As a community, we honor their memory. We reject hatred in all its forms, and we pledge to ensure that such a crime can never happen again. Thank you for being with us tonight.